Despite recording a staggering number of crime-related matters which had escalated in December last year and during the first half of January 2016, President David Granger has stated that Guyana is on the path of winning the war against crime. Speaking on his weekly televised program, The Public Interest, the president said that his government will continue to work feverishly to put a lid on crime.
We are doing quite a lot, frankly. And I think you discover that more serious crimes are solved more quickly than before. We haven't been able to prevent the occurrence of crime, but we have been able to detect crime. Sometimes a gang would burn down a house or kill someone, and within days that person is arrested.
The president is saying that the crime situation which the country has been experiencing started way before 2015, and his administration will not be taking the blame fully for it. He reiterated, though, that it is something he has been vocal about since he was in opposition and will be pulling all strings to get it addressed.
Now, where does crime come from? Where does violence come from? It didn't drop out of the sky. We have inherited a practice which became, I would say, almost insidious over the last, since the start of this new millennium, in which life was very cheap. People were gunned down, people were killed, and many of the murderers, could be sure that there would be no inquiry, no investigation, even mass murders. I think the newspaper that you worked with, some of your employees were victims of a massacre at Eccles, and there's been no commission of inquiry.
President Granger noted that young people who grew up in the first decade of this century still practice what they learned from criminals, and so a different approach has to be taken now to move their minds away from what they grew up witnessing.
Convince them not to seek employment with the state because we are not aiming at having bigger armies or bigger militias or bigger police forces. We are aiming at self-employment, and we are trying to get young people back into schools, back into training programs, so they could start up small businesses. What we want to see is more agro-processing. What we want to see is microfinancing.
The Guyanese head of state back in September met briefly with Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, David Cameron, and asked him to restore the security sector plan and other plans which the United Kingdom had for Guyana but was scrapped by the PPP administration on the grounds that they had the potential to impinge on Guyana's sovereignty. Royden James, HGP Nightly News.